That there's a nice shiny motor. And, well, I'm a little bit nervous. Why? Because all this shit that I've done to this truck, well, it's getting to the time that the shit's gotta kinda work. And, well, I try really hard to make my dreams come true. Now I'm trying to help somebody else's dreams come true, and of course it's lots of fun, but it's also very nerve-wracking because I get nervous and I'm always sort of leaning towards the side of my brain that goes, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And I start everything that way and I end everything that way because, well, I don't know what I'm doing. But I try. And, yeah, I don't know. I just always second guess myself. Is it gonna work? I don't know. When it's my own stuff, it's not that big of a deal when I fold the whole thing up because it didn't work or because I drove it too hard. But anyway, I should just shut the fuck up and get to work. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Sometimes I'm in too much of a hurry to turn the camera on. I was all nerve-wracked putting this motor in. I wanted to get it done, and I got it set in here. I mean, that's all I really accomplished without the camera. I got the motor and the trans bolted together and set the motor in here and welded it up. The firewall's in my way back there. Everything else seems okay. I am now in the middle of constructing a transmission mount. Here it is here. It's the most beautiful transmission mount anybody's ever made. Twice as heavy as it needs to be. So, let me finish that. We're gonna bolt the trans in, then the motor and trans is gonna be mounted. Then next I've got to get to the transfer case, build a mid shaft, build drive shaft. Still got to find the pieces I need for that, but I'll figure it out. And then it's gonna be a whole lot of work still. But it sure is getting closer to the day that we're gonna start it up and do a wheelie out of the barn. So I've got my trans mount. I got a piece of rubber that I cut out of a big hunk I had. That's gonna go under the tail shaft of the transmission, sandwiched in between this mount. I'm gonna drill holes here and then build a plate that welds to the frame so that it's removable. The plate's gonna have to be on top so it's removable. Either way would be removable. Either way, it's gonna be removable so I can pull my transmission in and out without a torch. So now I've gotta mark some holes, go over to the drill press and drill it. All right, let's go see if it works. Just gonna lift it up into place, set it down on my shoulder. Looks like my bolt holes are lined up. Just try and get one to start eating some threads. There we go, look at that. Come on now, bolt, get in there. Get in the hole. Get my special ratchet. Give her a tighten up. Tighten her up. Now I've got to make sure that I like the pitch the motor's on. Believe I do, but we're going to double check the pitch. Then we're going to make some plates to weld up to the frame and bolt up to my transmission mount. And then we're going to try and make a mid shaft here between the transfer case and the transmission. Can get a little tricky then. The job is to make it work.
All hail Satan!
I put the slip yoke into the back of the trans to get an idea how far off my calculations actually were on where to put the transfer case. Well, I did put it in the middle of the truck. Good job, I got that part right. But I thought I could get the motor a little bit lower in the frame than I actually could, and that makes the tail shaft of the trans higher than I thought it was going to be, and a drive shaft from here to here just isn't going to work. So what do? Well, time to redesign. Transfer case has to go up. There's no other way around that. I mean, there might be some way around it, but this is what I've decided. All that work I did put in this transfer case in. Now I cut all of it apart. I raise it up. The top mount will be salvageable. The bottom mounts will not be. I'll have to make new ones. In a situation like this, you either write everybody a goodbye letter and jump off of a bridge, or you do the work and fix what you've done wrong. Gotta shut the fuck up and do it with a smile on your face. Whoa! There she goes. If this thing falls, I am gonna cry like a little girl. That's not good. It wants to spin. That worked better. It seems like that strap was kind of holding me up and fucking things up. Okay. Another inch and a half. Inch and a half mas.
Una media. Come on. Come on, little doggy. No, you is not. Not fucking special at all. You're really a fucking asshole's what y'all are. Alright. Goddamn transfer case is up in the fucking sky now.
What's gonna happen? Well, the more weld I put on it, the less likely it is to fall on my face, so that's good. Just follow that line straight to center, and then you'll get the angle of your drive line components. Oh shit. If that doesn't work, I'll eat my hat. Alright, now with the transfer case jacked back up in the air, it's time to weld it back together, fix the tubes coming off for the bottom mount, clean up some slag, and start building drive shafts.